Today, we're talking about one of the biggest, most influential factors in ensuring the value of your home, and that's the job market here in Phoenix. So this is something investors are much more diligent about researching before they purchase a home. But I personally believe that realtors don't talk enough about the job market or the job potential to their clients in order to ensure that their clients are making a proper financial choice. And the job market is one powerful indicator of where the housing market is most likely going to go. Because let's be real, you don't want to be buying in a market like Detroit circa 2013, where they only really have one main industry leader that goes downhill. The city declares bankruptcy. Most people are forced to evacuate the city, and then you see a lot of foreclosures. You don't want that. I'm a homeowner. I don't want that either. And I'm just gonna say this from the get-go. Phoenix is nothing like Detroit. We do not have the same issues, and we are not gonna declare bankruptcy. But if you're looking to buy a home or relocate to Phoenix Metro, I do encourage you to understand where the Phoenix market currently is and where it's most likely going to go in the next handful of years. Basically, I want you to think like an investor, because buying a home is most likely going to be one of the biggest purchases of your life. I am Courtney, your local Phoenix realtor, here to share all things Phoenix. And if you find any of this helpful, please hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel significantly. So let's first talk about unemployment. So nationally across the United States, the unemployment rate is actually pretty low. As a country, we're doing really well, and we're at 3.6% as of 2023. And Phoenix is just under the national average at 3.4%. And this is actually the lowest it's been in 15 years. So if employment is really low, do we still have a lot of jobs available? Yes. So if we look at the number of unemployed persons per job, we're gonna see that ratio is 0.6, which is right on par with the national average. So this is basically saying for every unemployed person, there is 1.67 jobs available in the Phoenix metro area for that person. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about rumors of potential layoffs, particularly in the tech industry, and these conversations started after Intel actually announced a layoff earlier this year. But the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics in Arizona, when you actually compare people quitting versus being laid off, it's been staying relatively the same for the past handful of years, with the exception of that brief period during COVID. So as far as unemployment goes, we're doing good. Another huge component for economic stability is also the diversity of jobs available in Phoenix. In 2008, Phoenix actually wasn't very diversified. One of our main industry leaders was actually construction. And we saw how that panned out. We way overbuilt. We had a huge surge in unemployment rates. Actually, unemployment went all the way up to 10%. But thankfully, 15 years later, we learned from our mistakes and we have developed a much more diversified economy. And just as a side note, because I know this comes up in conversation quite a bit, is we are not overbuilt as we were in 2008. We're actually having the exact opposite problem. We don't have enough inventory. Unfortunately, there are just not enough houses to go around. But I digress. So as far as diversification of different industries, we've seen education take more of a forefront between Arizona State University, Grand Canyon University, NAU, Midwestern. We've seen a lot more healthcare jobs, a lot more hospitals, and of course, a lot of tech companies have come to Arizona. Now, personally, as a homeowner, something I'm excited to see is the increase of education and healthcare jobs, because these tend to be very stable industries during a recession or an economic downturn. Because at the end of the day, people are still pursuing education and healthcare, even if the economy is not great, unlike construction or retail. Now, another big key factor that a lot of investors look at is population growth in a certain geographical area. And as I'm sure many of you are aware, Maricopa County is one of the fastest growing counties in the United States, and that's the county that Phoenix Metro is in. And then on top of that, several of our suburbs like Queen Creek, Gilbert, Buckeye, these cities have repeatedly made the headlines for breaking records for growth. But do we have the jobs to match the growth? Yes. So the ACA, the American Commerce Authority, they set a goal for the last fiscal year, so it was June 2022 to June 2023. Their goal was to project 20,000 new jobs for Phoenix Metro. They actually by far surpassed that and reached 121% of their goal. And then their goal for projected wages was actually just shy of 60,000. It was 59,000. And again, they surpassed that goal by 121%. So these projected 24,000 jobs are going to be making a salary of $71,893. These are high-paying jobs that are coming to the Phoenix metro area. So one of the biggest companies that is coming is TSMC. This is on the north side of Phoenix in and the total investment was $40 billion. This is a state-of-the-art semiconductor plant, and they are anticipating it bringing in over 4,500 jobs for this company alone. Another big corporation to keep your eye on is actually coming to Queen Creek. So LG Energy Solution is actually building a battery manufacturing complex in Queen Creek. This is a $5.5 billion investment, and they are also predicting thousands of job opportunities for people here in the Southeast Valley. Discount Tires is actually bringing a headquarters to Phoenix, and then Move, another semiconductor company, is actually coming to Tempe. There is even a spaceship manufacturing company coming to Mesa, Arizona. I'll put the information for Virgin Galactic and these other corporations in the description. So these companies I just listed, they are corporations that are bringing in high income earners. And on that note, I do want to be sensitive to the people that have lived in Phoenix for a while and are struggling because house prices have risen and it is more challenging to buy a home than it was 5 years ago. Affordability is definitely a challenge that we're experiencing in Phoenix, but it's something that's not necessarily unique to Phoenix. We're actually seeing it across the United States right now. And although it can be very hard to see your city, your home change and evolve, but I will say the jobs that are coming in, these corporations that are moving to Arizona, it's a very, very strong sign for our economy and that our economy is going in the right direction. And a stronger economy is typically a much better situation for everyone across the board living here in Phoenix versus an economy with high unemployment rate and high foreclosures. Now, if you are looking for a home and you've found current interest rates really impacting your ability to buy a home, or maybe it's just a headache in buying a home, I do have this video right here that really talks about a strategy that many are finding very helpful in today's market. And this is incentives that home builders are providing for new construction. So please check this video out. And if you found any of this helpful, hit that subscribe button. It does help me tremendously. Thank you so much for your time and have a fantastic day.